Hey, it's Ruben in the shop bringing you a special auction video. We have a sleeper, folks. So here's what we're looking at. This is an FFA, Future Farm Workers, maybe? Jacket, blue corduroy. You'll see it says very old, but in great shape. These jackets are pretty common. Let's look at our time. We got 3 minutes left. So if you looked up FFA Jacket on eBay, find 50 comps. Price is not too extravagant. But you can also go to the solds. Let's do that. That's a modern thing. Here's a vintage one, 25 bucks, 50 bucks, 60 bucks, 30 bucks, 110. What's special about this one, I've already put in a max bid, as you can see, of 120. The bidding is at $22 right now. So 2 minutes left. This one, boom, has the smiley pockets. It's kind of like a Western wear thing. It's also just like a really old thing, really vintage thing. Let's go to Terra Peak. Type in FFA Jacket. You can see the average price, sold price, is $61, but there is the outlier, that super high priced one, $1,200, and wouldn't you know it, some smiley pockets. So apparently they're asking $1,500, took an offer, very similar jacket. Let's go back, minute left. I'm going to go to the live version. Okay. There's this military trunk. We have letters from home, 1942 to 1945. We have the jacket. So, if this is a $1,200 jacket, definitely willing to pay $120. Already set in my head, I'm willing to pay $200. This town, Chillicothe, very small. Current population is something like 690, so I can only imagine how big it could have ever been. This is why I kind of got to go through all the catalogs. There wasn't much clothes in this auction. It wasn't a state auction, so 15 more seconds. We're still at $22. I don't know if anyone else has spotted this. Three, two, one. Checking. And it's closed. We have a winner, folks. So I'll keep you all updated. I'll be picking this jacket up next week sometime, and hopefully it's a quick seller. Pretty exciting. We're gonna shoot for a 4-figure jacket. Doesn't happen often, but it's it'll feel good when it happens. All right, talk to everyone soon. Bye. Hey, it's Ruben in the shop bringing you another sales video. We have 10 items leaving the shop today, all of them left on eBay. Got some media, some clothing, some little knickknacks. Let's check it out. There it is in all its glory. We have the FFA patch on the front, the smiley pocket. So after buying the jacket, I've done some research, kind of surface research, but I learned that this jacket is the earliest jacket, dated from 1933 to 1945. The difference between this jacket and the current jacket is The current jacket is a zip up. This has a snap button. You have the smile pockets, which are these arrowed pockets. In the newer jacket, they're just a plain pocket, just a slit open. And down here you have the, what would you call that, like buckle sides, cinch sides. You don't have that on the current jacket. I transitioned in 45. On the back you have Texas Chilocote. I learned that, so this jacket I'm thinking is late 30s up to probably 1940. And in 1940, the population of this town was about 1,400. You can see that there is some discoloration, some wear, which is perfectly acceptable for a jacket of this age. We're looking at almost 80 years old. This was the interesting part. I couldn't see the name in the listing at the auction. It says Oleta Boone Aggie Sweetheart. So, the history with the FFA and women members is storied. And though I don't know the full story, I will tell you what I do know. So, FFA starts in 1928. In 1935 or 1930, they do a national conference. At that conference, it is proposed whether or not women should be allowed in the club. At that time, they decide that they are not to be in the club. Definitely not full members. By that time, there were already some different chapters that had female participants, female club members. But at the federal level, or not at the national level, it was supposed to be not that way. They did later threaten to take away funding for groups that accepted female membership. Something else that's interesting that happens with the jackets is at that conference where they decide women can't be in as part of the group as a member, they also made stipulations that women were not supposed to wear the jacket, which is pretty interesting. So you, of course, did have groups that went against it. I learned that a lot of the naming, they would use just the first initial of the woman. That way it wouldn't be caught by the governing bodies. In, I want to say just after the war, they started allowing women to have more of a role within the group, but you had a lot of this like chapter sweethearts. So it was like a coveted title, I guess, almost not beauty pageant, because these women were very active within the community of the farming community. They were just as vital to their farms as their male counterparts. But so they did have this term, the sweetheart. You had chapter sweethearts, county sweethearts, I think even at the state level sweethearts. They even had sweetheart jackets. So they had white and light blue corduroy jackets or satin jackets. That was all the way up until 1969, I believe. And in 1969, they changed the rules and women were allowed full membership into the FFA. I'm no expert, so that's as much of the history as I know it. So that's what makes this jacket so interesting, is because it is an official jacket. It is a women's jacket. It was originally a woman's jacket. It uses her full name. It turns out that Texas has its fair share of Oleta Boones from this time period. I believe she married and took the last name Knight later in life, I don't know, maybe only a few years after owning this jacket. Not exactly sure. It does have the inside label, Universal Uniform Company, out of Ohio. There is no size in it, but this mannequin here is a woman's mannequin. It's, I believe, a small woman's mannequin, and it's even tight on that. So, not the most open market for wearing, but I think as a historical piece, it's going to have interest. The FFA is a huge organization and has had a lot of members in our country, so I think that there are going to be people who want this jacket. And as the other one was priced at $1,500, sold for $1,200, I'm going to be looking for similar money. I might even bump the price up a little bit. I'm wondering if this Aggie Sweetheart's going to add some even more value. I will, of course, let you all know when it does sell. If you have any questions about the jacket or are interested in the jacket, drop those inquiries into the comments. If you like what you're seeing, consider subscribing to the channel. I'm having a good day. Hoping you're having a good day. We'll talk again soon.